It appears that President Trump is literally doing the bidding of Fox News anchors. Now, on Monday, Donald Trump had ordered the Justice Department to declassify highly sensitive materials related to an ongoing investigation into his own administration's campaign. So, interesting. Now, specifically, the president demanded the release of a variety of classified materials related to the FISA warrant application that the FBI submitted to monitor Carter Page. Now, Carter Page, of course, instrumental in the Mueller investigation. Now, the FBI, old FBI reports of interviews with senior Justice Department official Bruce Orr. This is more of the documents they want. He communicated with former British spy and dodgy dossier author Christopher Steele, and every text message that James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr had ever sent about the Russia investigation. The president stipulated that said text messages were to be made public without redaction, ostensibly ordering the Justice Department to disclose sensitive intelligence sources and methods if that is what full transparency requires. So look, you guys know me. You guys know on the issue of transparency, I'm generally in favor of it. Okay. However, I do draw a line on if that transparency puts either our troops at risk or our intelligence sources at risk. Okay. Now, that was the claim with Chelsea Manning. Oh, Chelsea, by releasing this video of our soldiers, the Apache helicopter video, that put our soldiers at risk. No, it didn't. None of the information Chelsea Manning released to WikiLeaks hurt anything. Not our soldiers, not our intelligence sources, nothing. That was a bullshit claim, right? Now, it did hurt the administration's pride. And by the way, that was the Obama administration. And I was definitely in favor of Chelsea Manning releasing those documents. Still in favor of it. Edward Snowden, same thing, right? So what he released is the fact that the American government is spying on its own citizens and how they're doing it. That also hurt pride because it wasn't to protect the United States. None of what the NSA had actually done in their spying on American citizens had actually stopped any attacks on American citizens. That didn't happen, right? And you could talk about even the Hillary Clinton emails, right? Again, totally in favor of that transparency because, again, it didn't hurt the government. What it did is that it basically showed us what the Hillary Clinton campaign, what we suspected was going on, and then what actually happened, how they screwed over Bernie Sanders, etc. None of that put anybody's lives at risk or intelligence sources. And at the end of the day, I think that those were vital disclosures to the American public. This, a little bit different. Because what Trump is doing is that he's ordering these documents to be unredacted. Now, that has the outcome of putting some of our intelligence sources at risk, especially those that are doing work on the Russia investigation and maybe some of our intelligence sources overseas. Well, what could happen if those people are unmasked? If those people are revealed? Especially if they're, spying for the American government on a possible geopolitical foe. Odds are they could be arrested or killed. So, I'm just saying. And not only that, but it might expose our methods for gathering that information. That's disastrous. That is not very smart and sort of very, very suspect for a president to do. Does he not realize what that actually would mean for national security? No, probably not. See, as I've told you before, Donald Trump is too stupid to think about the consequences of his actions. And the thing that he's most worried about, the reason behind all this, is because he's desperate to punish the people working on the Russia investigation. Because for whatever reason, he wants that investigation ended. In fact, Eric Levitz of New York Magazine writes, not only was the president interfering in an active investigation in which he has a conflict of interest, he was also potentially jeopardizing the security of American intelligence assets and or the comfort that foreign intelligence agencies have in sharing their secrets with the United States. This has the Justice Department under Jeff Sessions saying, yeah, we're going to take our time with this and not really rush through this. So you're going to have to wait for a while. That, of course, prompted Trump and many of his tirades against Jeff Sessions to say, I don't have an attorney general. Remember, he thinks that the attorney general is actually supposed to represent and protect Donald Trump, when in reality, it's to protect the office of the president. Well, not even that, really. It's not to protect Trump, that's for sure. But it's also to prosecute crimes. So, look, here's the thing. What's interesting about this is that Trump already can look at the documents himself. He's the president of the United States. He has access to that. However, in an interview with The Hill on Tuesday, Trump finally gave the reason that he wants to do this. Now, when asked by Buck Sexton, which is a great name, have you reviewed the memos yourself? What do you expect them to show? If so, Trump replied, I have not seen them. I have been asked by many people in Congress, as you know, to release them. I have watched commentators that I respect begging the President of the United States, him, to release them. I have been asked by so many people that I respect. Please, the great Lou Dobbs, the great Sean Hannity, the wonderful, great Jeanine Pirro. Understand, that's why he's doing this. Jeanine Pirro asked me, Judge Jeanine, how am I supposed to say no to Judge Jeanine? Or Hannity? Or the great Lou Dobbs? They keep asking me. And I'm like, why don't I? I am the president of the United States, after all. Why don't I just give you this document? So Trump is literally putting U.S. intel sources in danger because of Sean Hannity. Frickin' Sean Hannity. Because of Fox News. So then, of course, they can run segments on how this is fake news, this is the deep state, and American intelligence is absolutely the worst. And believe me, I have some mixed feelings on American intelligence sources myself. NSA, not fantastic. Not a fan. FBI, not a fan. But at the same time, you are putting people in danger. These are people that, again, are doing intelligence for the United States, and some maybe even embedded in other countries or have contacts in other countries who revealed, if revealed, could end up with people being murdered. Also, they can get a few extra hits so they can continue to spin stories in order to protect Donald Trump. That's why he's doing this. That's why he's doing this. And here's the thing. Fox News is as much journalism as I'm a sports reporter. None of this information that will come out will actually serve the public good. This doesn't show us how the same intelligence sources were spying in on Americans. That doesn't show that. No, this is to help Donald Trump. It doesn't show what our soldiers are actually doing overseas. That helps us make a change in policy. No, this is, hey, look at the text messages from Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. Oh man, they're so unfair to Donald Trump. Everything he does, you guys have to understand, everything he does is for the benefit of Donald Trump. Jesus, man. This is simply so that Fox News can out people looking into Russia, attack them, build a case against them, so at the end of the day, maybe Trump can fire them, if he hasn't already. Look, you know who else would know after Fox News would run these ridiculous segments on these intelligence sources? China, Russia, Iran, North Korea. Pretty much the whole world. Donald Trump is too stupid to cover or to care. I mean, for Christ's sakes, man. He's putting people's lives at risk for himself and his ass-kissing buddies. We have the worst excuses for journalists, giving ideas to the worst excuse of president that we have ever had. If a Democratic president were taking orders like these from CNN or MSNBC, you know what the right wing would be shouting? Treason! Treason! And of course, they would be marching in front of the White House with pitchforks and probably guns. But again, they don't care. They do not care. We've got to get this self-serving clown out of the White House before he destroys whatever credibility we have left in the world, which admittedly ain't much. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.